Hi friends, in this session we start with a few short theories. First is common ion effect, and after that solubility product constant. The first we start with the common ion effect. Name itself suggests common ion. In a solution, if we add a electrolyte, so solution and electrolyte, either cation or anion, anyone is common, and due to this equilibrium shift towards to this common ion, that is called common ion effect. So it is the separation of this dissociation of weak electrolyte by adding a strong electrolyte containing common ion. First of all, it is a separation of dissociation of weak electrolyte. So if you add sodium acetate in acetic acid, that is the best example, just because acetic acid is weak acid. When it's dissociated, it's converted into CH3COO minus and H plus. Opposite to that, sodium acetate is strong electrolyte, and due to this, when you add CH3COO Na in an acetic acid solution, acetate ion is common, and due to this, acetate ion concentration increases and equilibrium shift towards to this left direction. So let's start. For example, consider the dissociation of acetic acid, which is a weak electrolyte, that is CH3COOH gives CH3COO minus H plus. If we add some sodium acetate, that is CH3COO Na, to the above equilibrium reaction, the concentration of acetate ion increases. So this is our acetic acid solution. If you add CH3COO Na in this solution, then equilibrium shift towards to this acetate ion concentration. Why? Because acetate ion is common. Here in case CH3COO minus and Na plus, here in case CH3COO minus and H plus. In both the cases, CH3COO minus is common. Then, according to Le-Chatelier's principle, the equilibrium will shift towards to left, or the rate of forward reaction decreases. That is, the dissociation rate of acetic acid is decreases. This is known as common ion effect. This is known as common ion effect. One more example discuss करते हैं, शायद उसमें clear हो जाएगा. If you add NH4Cl in NH4OH solution, if you add NH4Cl in NH4OH solution. Another example is dissociation of weak base. Weak base is NH4OH, that is ammonium hydroxide. When it's dissociate, you get NH4 plus plus OH minus. If we add some electrolyte, that is NH4Cl, in above equilibrium processes, then NH4 from here and NH from 4 here, both are common. And due to this, NH4 plus concentration increases, and hence equilibrium shift to this left hand side, that is dissociation rate of NH4OH decreases. Dissociation rate of NH4OH decreases. So this is all about your common ion effect. Let's start with solubility equilibrium. The solubility of a salt in a solvent mainly depend on this lattice enthalpy. Now first question, what actually means by solubility? Solubility is all about when you add solute into solvent. Solute dissociate and converted into corresponding ion, that is called solubility. Fine. So the solubility of salt in solvent mainly depend on the lattice enthalpy and solvation enthalpy. There are two types. Solution enthalpy, chapter number 6 के अंदर हमने discussion किया था. What actually means by solution enthalpy? Now solution is nothing but solute plus solvent. In solvent, if we are using water, then that is called hydration enthalpy. But instead of water, if we are using any organic solvent, then it is entitled as solvation enthalpy. Second, solute के केस के अंदर क्या होता है? Lattice enthalpy. So when the lattice enthalpy is less as compared to this solvation enthalpy or hydration enthalpy, that particular solute can easily dissolve into this corresponding solvent. So, as a general rule, for a salt to be able to dissolve in particular solvent, its solvation enthalpy must be greater than to this lattice enthalpy. जो अभी मैंने आपको बताया, जो अगर lattice enthalpy solvation enthalpy से बहुत ज़्यादा हुई तो solvent के अंदर solute dissociate ही नहीं होगा. NaCl, when you put it into this water, if you stir, then it's immediately dissolved. But if you don't stir, then after NaCl dissociate into Na plus plus Cl minus. Why? Because hydration enthalpy is more as compared to this lattice enthalpy of NaCl. जो अगर क्रिस्टल की लेटाइस एंथैल्पी बहुत ज्यादा हुई तो वो डिसोशिएट ही नहीं होगा सॉल्वेंट के अंदर. सो इन एनी केस सोल्यूबिलिटी के लिए मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चीज याद रखिए, एज अ जनरल रूल, फॉर अ सॉल्ट टू बी एबल टू डिसॉल्व इन पर्टिकुलर सॉल्वेंट, इट्स सॉल्वेशन एंथैल्पी मस्ट बी ग्रेटर देन टू दिस इट्स लेटाइस एंथैल्पी. Each salt has its characteristic solubility which depend on the temperature. We can classify this salt on the basis of their solubility in this following categories. First, soluble, that solubility is greater than 0.1 molar. Slightly soluble, that is solubility is between 0.01 molar and 0.1. And sparingly soluble salt means less soluble, that is solubility is less than 0.01 molar. So this is all about your what actually means by solubility and solubility equilibrium. अगर salt completely soluble है, then we can find out the equilibrium condition. But salt are sparingly soluble salt, then what happen? इसी के लिए हमें नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पढ़ना है सॉल्युबिलिटी प्रोडक्ट कांस्टेंट, दैट इज KSP. SP स्टैंड्स फॉर स्पेरिंगली सॉल्युबल सॉल्ट. मान लीजिए 100 ml वाटर के अंदर मैंने 1 ग्राम ऑफ स्पेरिंगली सॉल्युबल सॉल्ट डाला. आउट ऑफ दिस 1 ग्राम, फ्यू ग्राम dissolved into this water and few unreacted and settled down on the bottom. तो कैसे पता चलेगा solubility कितना ही है? इसीलिए हमें डिस्कस करना है स्पेरिंगली सॉल्युबल सॉल्ट की सॉल्युबिलिटी के बारे में डिस्कशन करना है. तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ सॉल्युबिलिटी प्रोडक्ट कांस्टेंट, दैट इज KSP. Consider the dissociation of a sparingly soluble salt in water since it dissolved only partially. Obviously it's a sparingly soluble salt, तो completely dissociate नहीं होगा, तो कंप्लीट सोल्यूबल भी नहीं होगा, इसीलिए वो डिसोल्व कितना होगा? पार्शली. देयर एग्जिस्ट एन इक्विलिब्रियम बिटवीन दिस अनडिसॉल्व्ड सॉलिड एंड द आयंस. एज फॉर एग्जांपल solution of barium sulfate, that is BaSO4. So when BaSO4 put it into this water, it dissociate into Ba plus 2 and SO4 minus 2. So equilibrium constant K is nothing but product concentration divided by the reactant concentration. So K is equal to Ba plus 2 concentration into SO4 minus 2 concentration divided by BaSO4. For a pure solid, the concentration of salt remains constant. So that's why this is constant, goes to the K side. So that is K into BaSO4. You get new term. K into BaSO4 is nothing but KSP. SP stands for sparingly soluble salt. K is equilibrium constant and SP stands for sparingly soluble salt. So KSP is equal to only and only Ba plus 2 and SO4 minus 2. Where KSP is called solubility product constant or simply the solubility product. It defined as the product of this molar concentration of ions of a sparingly soluble salt or in a saturated solution. Once again, it is defined as the product of this molar concentration of ions of a sparingly soluble salt or in a saturated solution. If S is the molar solubility of BaSO4, then KSP is equal to S into S, that is nothing but S square. So for a general salt AXBY, its dissociation can be denoted by AXBY is equal to X a raised to Y plus in aqueous plus Y B raised to X minus in aqueous. So KSP is nothing but A raised to Y plus raised to X and B raised to X minus raised to Y. So KSP is nothing but S square. तो अगर आपको solubility ढूंढना है तो make a form of S, तो S is equal to under root KSP. So for 1:1 salt, KSP is equal to S square. If the concentration in the above equation is not the equilibrium concentration, then KSP is given by QSP. At equilibrium, KSP is equal to QSP. Q is quotient concentration. That is, if the concentration of above equation is not the equilibrium concentration. Equilibrium concentration नहीं होगा तो at a given concentration होगा. So, if KSP is greater than QSP, the dissolution process occur. And if KSP is less than QSP, the precipitation of salt occur. Dissolution precipitate, आप सभी ने केमिस्ट्री लैब में precipitate भी देखे होंगे. Fine. So, जब भी आपके पास NaCl का सॉल्यूशन है और इसके अंदर अगर आप AgNO3 डालते हो तो AgCl के white precipitate गिर जाते हैं. That is called as precipitate. Solubility product and common ion effect found application in purification of NaCl. If we take the saturated solution of NaCl and pass HCl, then NaCl get precipitated out due to this increased concentration of Cl minus ion. So thus the NaCl obtained has very high purity. अब 1:1 के अलावा भी बहुत सारे sparingly soluble salt मिलेंगे. तो first we'll discuss BaCl2. When BaCl2 dissociate, you get Ba plus and 2Cl minus. Solubility of Ba plus 2 is S. 2Cl, that's why it's 2S. So KSP is nothing but S. 2S raised to 2. This coefficient goes to the power, that is why it's 2. So 8S cube. So for 1:2 solvent, 1:2 का मतलब Ba plus 2 cation 1 chlorine 2. So 1:2 solvent के लिए KSP हो जाएगा 8S cube. For 1:3, that is AlCl3 when dissociate, you get Al plus 3Cl minus. Al का solubility S, chlorine का 3S. So KSP is equal to S, 3S raised to 3. This coefficient goes to the power. So you get 27 S raised to 4. So in short, for 1:1 salt होगा तो KSP is equal to S square और उल्टा भी कर सकते हो, S is equal to under root KSP. So here in case you can write it down, S is equal to under root KSP. For 1:2 salt, KSP is equal to 8S cube. So basically S is equal to cube root of KSP by 8. And for 1:3 salt, KSP is equal to 27 S raised to 4. So S is equal to 4th root of KSP by 27. So likewise you can find out the solubility of given salt. So this is all about your sparingly soluble salt solubility, that is KSP. We'll move on to this last topic, that is called as salt hydrolysis. So let's start with the salt hydrolysis. Is nothing but KH. It is a reaction of cation or anion or both ion of the salt with water to produce either acidic or basic solution. Hydrolysis is a reverse of neutralization. Hydrolysis is reverse to this neutralization. So सबसे पहले आप लोगों को 10th standard में पढ़ाया गया था NaOH plus HCl you get NaCl plus water. Basically acid plus base, you always get salt plus water. But when you add salt into water, you cannot get acid plus base. But क्या होगा वो हमें डिस्कशन करना है. When acid and base undergoes reaction, then what happen? So first hydrolysis constant के बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं and उसके बाद कुछ एग्जाम्पल के साथ ये टॉपिक को क्लियर करेंगे. So hydrolysis constant. The general equation for hydrolysis constant, that is called as Ba. When Ba put it into this water, you get Ha plus BOH. So first of all, Ba undergoes ionization. fine, and H2O is also undergoes ionization. H2O is nothing but H plus plus OH minus, here in case of B and OH, H and A, and you get HA plus BOH, that is acid plus base. Applying the law of chemical equilibrium is nothing but product concentration divided by the reactant concentration. So K is equal to product concentration, that is HA into BOH divided by BA into H2O, where K is equilibrium constant. Since water is present in a very large and excess amount of aqueous solution, water is in high concentration, so when you go with K into H2O, then it is a new constant that is entitled as KH. So its concentration H2O may be regarded as K into H2O is nothing but KH, and KH is equal to product concentration divided by the reactant, that is only a BA, where KH is called hydrolysis constant. KH is called hydrolysis constant. Fine. So next, degree of hydrolysis. If it is defined as the fraction or the percentage of this total salt which is hydrolyzed at equilibrium. Once again, it is defined as a fraction, how many parts or percentage of this total salt which is hydrolyzed at equilibrium. For example, 90% of salt solution is hydrolyzed. Its degree of hydrolysis is 0.90 और 90%. तो वो कैसे रिप्रेजेंट किया जाएगा? H is equal to number of moles of salt undergoes hydrolyzed divided by total number of moles taken as a salt. So this is your degree of hydrolysis. So सबसे पहले एक चीज डिस्कशन करते हैं सर, सॉल्ट प्लस वाटर 10th स्टैंडर्ड का फिर से एक बार रिकैप करवाता हूँ कैसे सॉल्ट प्रोड्यूस होता है, और हमें यहाँ पे उल्टा पढ़ना है. सॉल्ट प्लस वाटर यू गेट एसिड प्लस बेस. So here in case NaOH is strong base, acetic acid is weak acid. So strong base and weak acid से बनने वाला salt that is CH3COO वो क्या होगा? Slightly basic होगा. Always याद रखिए salt का nature किसके ऊपर डिपेंड है? Out of acid और base जिसकी भी characteristic strong है वो characteristic इसके पास आएगी. Strong base plus weak acid, out of this two कौन सा स्ट्रॉन्ग है? बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग है, तो इसीलिए ये स्लाइटली बेसिक होगा. तो आपको एक्चुअली क्या पढ़ना है? व्हेन CH3COO प्लस वाटर इट्स डिसोशिएट, व्हाट यू गेट NaOH प्लस CH3COOH. बट मैं आपको 10th स्टैंडर्ड के हिसाब से पढ़ा रहा हूं, तो ये आपको पता चल जाएगा इजीली. इसका नेचर क्या होगा? स्लाइटली बेसिक. कैसे पता चला? जस्ट बिकॉज वो स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस में से बना हुआ है. एक और एग्जाम्पल शायद और क्लियर हो जाए. HCl plus NH4OH. Out of these two, strong कौन सा है? Acid. That is HCl. That is strong acid plus weak base. तो NH4Cl का नेचर कैसा होगा? Slightly acidic होगा. क्यों? Just because it is made up from this strong acid. So NH4Cl is slightly acidic in nature. Just because out of these two species, HCl is stronger one. And last, weak acid and weak base. This never dissociate. This is only a theoretical one. Practically it is really very difficult to dissociate. Why? Because ये दोनों के दोनों weak है. Weak acid plus weak base. अगर इसका practical titration करोगे ब्यूरेट पिपेट का तो end point ही नहीं मिलेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि ये dissociate ही नहीं होंगे. So CH3COOH plus NH4OH, you get CH3COONH4. So this is very 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 weak electrolyte. Fine. This is slightly basic in nature. Why? Because NaOH strong base है. This is slightly acidic in nature just because HCl strong है. So this is all about your degree of hydrolysis and hydrolysis constant KH. And this is all about your today's session. Thank you so much.